Welcome everyone to Balance by Megan. I'm Megan. Today I'm taking you through my myofascial release morning routine. So this is a super quick way to get in a little bit of myofascial release first thing in the morning. It's so great for increasing flexibility in the body, for improving blood circulation, lymphatic drainage. It helps open up the hamstrings, it helps open up the chest. This is an episode you do not want to miss. This is something you're going to want to implement right away. For more yoga and wellness inspired videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button to be notified when I post free content on Wednesdays. Grab your mat and let's create balance in your life. So the first thing that I do as part of my myofascial release routine in the morning is to take this little ball. So this ball is nothing special. It came from the dollar store. It's soft though, so it's a little firm. It's also got a little bit of give. So you don't want something that is rock solid, and you also don't want something that is super soft. A tennis ball will even work at this point, but it's a little big and it breaks down really easy. So this little guy, right from the dollar store. So I take it and super simple, I roll out the bottom of my feet here. So if you've ever had plantar fasciitis, this is a great way to prevent it from happening again. If you are currently in a flare-up though, don't do this, you'll just aggravate it more. So I do this to help open up the hamstrings. It's so good for circulation in the feet. It's so good for just creating a lot of flexibility from the down up. So I won't bore you by doing this usually I do it for about a minute on each foot. But I'll just give you a little quick rundown right here. So literally you're just rolling the ball on the bottom of your foot. Sometimes I'll stop and I'll just hold it in a certain place along the ball of my heel, sometimes closer to the heel of my foot. And from there, you're done with this ball, so you won't be using it again. And I take out my bigger balls. So these are Therapy Ball Plus from the Roll model. They're incredible. I highly recommend them. Again, tennis ball will work very well. It just tends to break down really easy, and it's not quite as firm as these balls. They have a little bit of give. They're not super hard, but they are definitely firm. So from here, I usually roll into my back. And I switch it up between rotating throughout the balls throughout the days. So you'll take this and you'll place it right in the flesh of your butt, of the booty. So right there in the flesh. Your other cheek will come down to the floor, to the mat. And then from here, I just open whatever leg the ball is under. You're gonna open that leg out to the side. So I do this 5 times, opening and closing the leg. And then on the 5th time, I will hold it for 5 to 10 breaths, depending on how tight it is. So this is super great for getting into the quads. I find it really helps with the psoas too. If it's really tight, I can tend to feel it pulsating here. And then just to even it out, you'll do the same thing on the other side. Right into the flesh of the booty, of the butt. Ooh, and you'll notice one side, for me it's this side, is quite a bit tighter than the other. So make sure that your neck here is nice and long. won't bore you by going through the entire routine on this side. So from here, I release that. Usually I give my knees a little hug into chest, and then I'll roll on up. So if you're someone who works on the computer a lot, on your phone, I know we're all guilty of it, this is a super nice one for getting into the wrist, the forearms. So lately I've just been rolling out my wrist, my forearms here. So you can do the bottom of the hand, the forearm, top. Just keep rolling it out back and forth here. So if you have a table, this works a little better. In this case though, I just have my blocks. So use what you have, but it feels so good. So good, especially if you're on the computer a lot. If you tend to get carpal tunnel, this is a great counter to that. So just back and forth there. You can do it as long as you like. I try to aim for about 10 breaths doing that as well, but you can do it as long as you want. And then for all my fellow Canadians, all my fellow people who live in the winter world, I tend to get a lot of asthma attacks when it's super cold out. So my chest, we tend to be chest breathers too in the winter. If you're a chest breather in general, this is just a really great stretch out. So this little move is going to stretch out the chest. It's going to kind of open everything up. You can do it up against a wall. It works really well. You're going to do the same thing on the wall that you're doing here. So I'm literally just running the ball up and down my collarbone. So again, I do that about 10 times. You can do it as long as you want. If you do this up against a wall, you'll just use the wall theoretically as my hand, and you'll just run it up and down. That is it. That is what I do for my morning myofascial release. I tend to add things as I need to. Sometimes I roll out the ribs, I roll out the back. I will do another video if you guys want to see that, so let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see more of my myofascial release techniques for different parts of the body? If you love this episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with family and friends, share it with other people in your life. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to be notified when I post free content on Wednesdays. I will see you guys next week.